did you guys just get that emergency alert? The one about displacement events or whatever?
Yeah. What the hell was that about? Some government conspiracy bullcrap, if you ask me.
Right? I'm stuck here making lattes at 2 a.m. And suddenly my phone is blowing up with warnings about people's consciousness leaving their bodies at night.
Wait, you guys are dismissing this already? I mean, it was literally an official emergency broadcast.
So it was the missile alert in Hawaii that one time. Remember how that turned out?
Indigo, you can't seriously believe this crap. Echoes taking over our bodies while we sleep? Come on.
I'm not saying I believe it, but surely we should just double check.
Double check what? That 1 in 4 people around us are body snatchers? That's just dumb and a waste of time.
Plus, how would they even know that it's 1 in 4? Did someone take a census of the pod people?
Exactly. The whole thing sounds like someone's fever dream.
But what if it's not? What if there's actually something happening and we're just ignoring it?
Then we'll deal with it when we have actual proof, not some vague warning about watching our friends.
Speaking of friends, though, you guys notice anything weird lately?
Like what?
Oh well, it's nothing really, just asking.
Why would you even ask that right now? That's exactly what they warned us about, getting suspicious of each other.
I'm not being suspicious, just making conversation.
Can we please focus on reality here? I've got 3 more hours of this shift, and I don't need to spend it worrying about sci-fi nonsense.
Fine, but I'm keeping my eyes open. That's all I'm saying.
You do that. I'll be over here in the real world making overpriced coffee.
Emergency faculty meeting via text. I know it's late, but we have a situation. Multiple teachers have reported concerning behavioral changes in students today. Uncharacteristic responses to familiar stimuli. Students not recognizing teachers they've known for years. Complete personality reversals in some cases.
I can confirm this. Had 3 kids in PE today who couldn't perform basic exercises that they mastered months ago. It was like they forgot how their own bodies work.
This could be explained by several psychological factors. Mass hysteria following tonight's emergency broadcast. Collective anxiety manifesting as behavioral observation bias.
Thorne, these reports came in before the broadcast. Teachers started contacting me around noon.
That doesn't necessarily rule out psychological explanations.
Psychological explanations don't account for what I witnessed. Tommy has been doing backflips since freshman year. Today he couldn't even do a cartwheel, kept falling over like he'd never used those muscles before.
Physical regression can occur during periods of extreme stress.
What about facial recognition issues? Mrs. Lord says 3 students in her first period didn't respond to their own names. She had to check her roster twice.
Again, stress-related dissociation is not uncommon.
You have an explanation for everything, don't you, Thorne?
I'm trying to provide rational analysis is all, rather than jumping to supernatural conclusions.
Nobody mentioned supernatural, but regardless, something is up. Therefore, I'm implementing emergency protocols tomorrow. All faculty should report any behavioral anomalies, photo evidence where possible.
Dalton, you're going to create a panic.
Better safe than sorry.
Agreed.
Zara, you still at work?
Unfortunately. Why, what's up?
I need you to look at something. Can you chat for a bit?
It's dead here anyway. Give me 2 seconds.
Awesome. Look at this. Someone entered the building through the west entrance at 1:47 a.m.
Okay, and?
Same person exiting 5 minutes later, but look closely.
I don't see anything weird. Just someone leaving.
No, look closely. Count the people.
What do you mean, count them? It's 1 person.
That's what I thought too. But watch this. It's from another angle.
Holy crap. Are those 2 people?
2 identical people walking out together at the exact same pace in perfect synchronization.
That has to be a glitch.
I thought so too, but I checked 3 different camera angles. Same thing on all of them. 1 person goes in, 2 come out.
Surely this is a hoax. Or maybe it's a hidden twin? Weird lighting? Advanced deepfake technology?
At 2 a.m. in an office building? Come on, Zara.
It's still more likely than what you're implying.
What am I implying?
That the emergency broadcast was real. That displacement events are actually happening.
I'm not implying anything. I'm just showing you what I saw.
But you're thinking it, aren't you?
Honestly? Yeah, I'm thinking it.
Kez, this is exactly what they warned about. Getting paranoid and suspicious.
But what if the warning was legitimate? What if we should be suspicious?
Then we're all screwed anyway. Because how do you fight something like that?
I don't know, but ignoring it won't make it go away.
Indigo, are you still up?
Yeah. Working on this logo design. Client wants it by morning. Why, what's wrong?
Kez just showed me something. It's security footage from his building. The kind that makes me think maybe we shouldn't have dismissed that alert so quickly.
I told you guys we should have taken it seriously. What did he show you?
It was a person entering a building, and then 2 identical people leaving.
Definitely not a glitch?
That's what I said, but he checked multiple angles.
Crap, that's actually exactly what the broadcast described. Displacement creating opportunities for duplication.
You don't really believe this, do you?
I've been working on something actually, ever since the alert came through.
Working on what?
Facial recognition algorithm. To detect micro differences in facial structure, stuff the human eye might miss.
You built that in 3 hours?
I modified existing code, added parameters for symmetry analysis, micro-expression mapping, basically anything that might reveal if someone isn't quite themselves.
That's actually brilliant.
I've been running it on social media photos, comparing recent posts to older ones, looking for people who might have been replaced.
Find anything?
Maybe 17 potential matches in our immediate area. People whose recent photos show subtle but consistent differences.
Differences how?
Facial muscle tension patterns, micro-asymmetries that weren't there before, changes in eye movement tracking.
This is getting too real.
I know, but if we're right about this, we need to be prepared.
Prepared for what?
To identify them before they identify us.
This is WKRN Night Radio. For those just tuning in, we're discussing tonight's emergency broadcast, the one about displacement events. I've got Sarah from downtown on the line. Sarah, you said you witnessed something.
Yes, I saw my neighbor, Mrs. Patterson from Block 4B. She was walking her dog around midnight, but something was off about her.
Go on.
Well, she didn't recognize me, and I've lived next to this woman for 3 years. We literally talk every day, but she looked right through me, like she'd never seen me before.
Could she have been distracted? Maybe wearing headphones?
No, she responded when I called her name, but her voice was different, flatter somehow, and her dog was terrified of her.
Terrified how?
Cowering behind a car, whimpering. That dog has been with her for 5 years. Never seen it act like that.
Interesting. We've got more contacts coming in. This is Mike from the east side.
Knox. I work security at Mercy Hospital. We've had 17 people admitted tonight, all with the same story. They woke up and saw themselves still sleeping.
17 people?
All between midnight and 2 a.m., all reporting identical experiences. Consciousness separation. Some say they saw their bodies wake up and smile at them.
What's the hospital's official response?
Mass hysteria. Shared delusion triggered by the emergency broadcast. But Knox, these people were admitted before the broadcast.
Before?
Check your timestamps. First admission was 11:47 p.m. Broadcast didn't go out until 2:03 a.m.
Ladies and gentlemen, if what Mike is saying is accurate, then we have a serious problem on our hands. I'm going to keep taking calls. But first, let me say this. Stay vigilant, watch your loved ones, and trust your instincts. If something feels wrong, it probably is.
That was odd. My regular customer just came in. The one who orders a double shot cortado with oat milk every morning at 5:30 a.m. Damn caffeine cretin.
And?
Oh well, he ordered a black coffee. And when I asked if he wanted his usual, he looked at me like I was speaking a foreign language.
Maybe he just wanted to try something different?
No, you don't understand. This man tells me about his divorce proceedings every single morning. Today he acted like he'd never seen me before. Didn't even recognize his own name when I called it out.
That's concerning.
It doesn't end there. 3 more regulars came in after him, all acting completely different. Different orders, different mannerisms, different everything.
Zara, this is exactly what the broadcast warned about. People being replaced but trying to blend in.
I know what the broadcast said, but this is real life. These are people I see every day.
What if it's not the people you see every day anymore?
Don't even start with that.
How many customers acted strange?
4 out of 12. That's like 33%.
The broadcast said 1 in 4. That's 25%. Close enough to be concerning.
Math isn't helping right now, Kez.
Actually, it is helping. It means the numbers align with the warning. This isn't random weirdness. This is a pattern. So we should follow what the instructions. If you see yourself sleeping, don't wake yourself up. Fall asleep as fast as you can. If you wake up and you feel tired, or you see someone else in a mirror, then it is too late. You are no longer you. And before you say anything, yes, I memorized it all.
Girl, you're crazy for that. I want this to be explainable.
Sometimes the explanation is the thing we don't want to hear.
Speaking of explanations, why were you texting me at 3:47 a.m. last night, Ken?
What are you talking about?
You sent me a message. Just said checking in. I was busy, so I didn't respond.
Zara, I was asleep at 3:47 a.m. Check my activity status.
Holy crap. Either you're lying about when you went to sleep, or someone else sent that message.
Someone else sent it? From my phone? Surely not.
What if it wasn't your phone? What if it was your Echo's phone?
My Echo? Are you seriously suggesting I've been replaced?
I don't know what I'm suggesting. I just know something's wrong.
Great. So now we're turning on each other. This is exactly what they want.
Who's they, Kez?
The Echoes, obviously.
How do we know you're not one of them?
How do I know you're not one of them?
Stop! Both of you just stop. This is getting out of hand.
Emergency update. I'm now implementing mandatory faculty check-ins every 2 hours. All staff must respond with a personal detail only they would know. A student named Luna Greystone just told me about some disturbing evidence.
What kind of evidence?
20 students speaking identical words simultaneously. During lunch period, perfect synchronization.
This could be a coordinated piss-taking, students organizing a hoax to capitalize on current hysteria.
Luna says they weren't trying to coordinate anything. She was recording her friend talking, then noticed noticed 19 other students saying the exact same words at the exact same time.
Well, they obviously planned it.
Unless something else is controlling their responses, I suggest we implement behavioral testing. Simple cognitive assessments that would reveal inconsistencies.
What kind of tests?
Memory verification, personal history confirmation, emotional response evaluation. Things an echo might struggle to replicate perfectly.
You're talking about this like it's real now. I thought you said it was mass hysteria.
I'm adapting my analysis based on new evidence. Scientific method requires flexibility.
Fine, draft the tests. We'll implement them tomorrow. But first, mandatory check-in. Tell me something only you would know.
I broke my arm in 3rd grade falling off the monkey bars. Still have a scar shaped like a crescent moon.
My dissertation was on collective trauma responses in educational environments. Specifically, Chapter 4 dealt with mass hysteria triggers.
Good. We'll do this every 2 hours. Anyone who can't provide personal verification gets flagged.
Dalton, I need to tell you something. Something happened this morning.
What happened?
I was brushing my teeth, looking in the bathroom mirror. My reflection moved independently.
What do you mean?
I stopped brushing, but my reflection kept going for like 3 seconds. Then it caught up with my actual movements.
Ember, that's likely a neurological response to stress. Delayed visual processing under extreme anxiety.
That's what I hoped it was. But then my reflection smiled at me. And I wasn't smiling.
Are you certain?
100% certain. My reflection smiled first. Then I smiled back reflexively, like it was teaching me what expression to make.
Caspian, you still delivering pizzas?
Yeah, why?
I want to map your delivery routes. Cross-reference with the strange encounters people are reporting.
Actually, that's brilliant. I've been keeping track myself. Every weird interaction I've had tonight.
How many?
17 deliveries, 11 strange encounters. That's almost 65%.
What kind of strange?
People not remembering they ordered food, wrong names on credit cards, families claiming they don't live at their own addresses. One woman insisted her apartment number was different, even though I've delivered there dozens of times.
Any patterns in location?
Clusters around 3 areas: Eastbrook High School, Mercy Hospital, and the downtown office district.
The office district where Kez works?
Exactly that area. Plus, I had one delivery that really freaked me out.
Tell me.
Apartment complex on Maple Street. Ordered a large pepperoni. When I got there, 5 different people answered the door, all claiming they ordered the pizza, all trying to pay for it.
5 people?
Same order, same credit card information, same phone number, but different apartments, all in the same building.
No way.
That's what I thought. But they all had the confirmation texts, all placed the order at the exact same time, 8:47 p.m.
What did you do?
Left 5 pizzas, took payment from all of them, then got the hell out of there.
Smart move.
Knox, I think the clusters mean something. Like these things are spreading from specific locations. Patient zero sites, maybe?
We need to warn people about those areas.
Already ahead of you. I've been texting every customer, telling them to avoid those neighborhoods.
Good thinking. Keep mapping your routes. This could be crucial intelligence.
Knox, you need to hear this. I just responded to an emergency call. Car accident on Highway 12.
Bad one?
Not the accident, the victim. We pulled a man from the wreckage. Conscious, talking, seemed fine. But when we checked his ID...
What about it?
The ID belongs to Marcus Thompson, reported missing 3 days ago. But this guy has no injuries consistent with being missing for 3 days. No dehydration, no malnutrition, nothing.
Could be wrong ID?
Perfect match. Same photo, same details. But here's the weird part. No medical records.
None at all?
It's like he never existed in any medical system. No birth certificate in our database. No previous hospital visits. No dental records. Nothing.
But he had the missing person's ID?
Exactly. And when I asked him basic questions, like his mother's maiden name, or where he went to school, he couldn't answer.
Amnesia from the accident?
No head trauma. No signs of brain injury. He's just blank, like someone wearing Marcus Thompson's face, but without any of Marcus Thompson's memories.
Where is he now?
Hospital, under observation. But Knox, the doctors don't seem concerned. They're treating it like standard amnesia, even though nothing about this is standard.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
That we found an echo? A replacement that wasn't quite ready? Yeah, I'm thinking exactly that.
We need to document this.
Already taking photos, but I'm scared to get too close. What if it realizes I know?
Stay safe, but keep watching.
Will do. This changes everything, though. If this is real, if they're really taking people, then none of us are safe.
Zara, I need to ask you something, and I need you to answer honestly.
What's wrong?
What was our childhood dog's name?
Buster, obviously. Why are you asking?
Mom and Dad say we never had a dog. They're insisting we never owned any pets.
That's ridiculous. Buster was with us for 12 years.
I know! I have photos of him! but they look at this picture and say they don't know whose dog it is.
But why would they lie? Mom cried for weeks when Buster died.
That's what I told them, but they looked at me like I was making it up, like I was talking about someone else's life.
How long have they been acting like this?
Since yesterday morning. Everything changed after they woke up. Dad doesn't remember teaching you to drive. Mom doesn't remember your high school graduation.
Sage, get out of the house.
What?
Right now. Leave and come find me.
I can't just leave. These are our parents.
No, they're not. Not anymore. Our parents would never forget Buster. They would never forget your entire childhood.
But where would I go?
Coffee shop on 5th Street. I get off work in an hour. We'll figure this out together.
Zara, I'm scared. What if you're not you either? What if I can't trust anyone?
You can trust me. I remember everything. Buster, your first day of school, the time you broke your arm falling off your bike. I remember teaching you to make pancakes when Mom was sick.
The ones that looked like Mickey Mouse?
The ones that looked like abstract art because we were terrible at it. Now get out of there. Before they realize you know something's wrong.
What if they try to stop me?
Then run, and don't look back. Just run.
First mandatory verification protocol begins now. All staff must provide 3 personal memories that only they would know. No exceptions. Response required within 15 minutes.
Dalton, this is completely unfair. You're treating us like criminals.
I'm protecting us from infiltration. Compliance is not optional.
First memory. I failed my driving test 3 times because I kept forgetting to check mirrors. Second memory. My mother made me practice violin for 2 hours every day until I was 16. Third memory. I have a birthmark shaped like a crescent on my left shoulder blade.
Verified. Thank you, Thorn.
I'm not doing this. This is psychological torture. You're making us question our own identities.
Ember, your compliance is required.
No, I refuse to participate in this paranoid witch hunt.
Then you're flagged as potentially compromised.
Flag me then? I'm done with this madness. Anyone who wants to maintain their sanity can join me. We're forming our own group, away from Dalton's autocratic verification protocols.
I'm with Ember. This has gone too far.
Same here. I'm a nurse, not a suspect.
Fine, leave. But don't come crying to me when you realize one of your new friends isn't who they claim to be.
At least we'll still have our dignity. Good luck with your satellite state, Dalton.
Zara, I need to share something with you. I've been keeping track of everything at the hospital. The signs are unmistakable. Admissions are up 300%, all for the same reason: memory loss, personality changes, identity confusion.
How many people?
87 in the last 24 hours, all between the ages of 16 and 65, all reporting the same experience, seeing themselves still sleeping.
That's too many to be coincidence.
It gets worse. The medical staff are starting to change too. Dr. Martinez forgot how to perform a procedure she's done thousands of times. Nurse Patterson couldn't remember her own children's names.
River, we need to work together. I've been tracking the same thing at the coffee shop. Customers acting like completely different people.
How many?
Started with 4 out of 12. Now it's 8 out of 12. The replacement rate is accelerating.
We need to log all this down. Times, locations, behavioral changes. Create a comprehensive database.
Already started. I have photos, timestamps, detailed notes. Plus, my friend Indigo created facial recognition software.
Facial recognition?
Yeah, it will detect micro differences in recent photos, subtle changes that indicate replacement.
That's genius. Can she run it on hospital staff?
I'll ask her. But River, there's something else. My friend Kez went silent 12 hours ago. Just disappeared from all communications.
And now?
He's back, acting like nothing happened, but he can't explain where he was.
That's exactly what happened to Marcus Thompson, the missing person I told you about. Disappeared for 3 days, came back with no memory of where he'd been.
What if they're taking people, replacing them during the missing time?
Then we need to be very careful, especially around people who've been gone.
Including Kez.
Including Keys. Don't let him know we're suspicious. We need to test him first.
Hey guys, sorry I went dark for a while. Had some personal stuff to deal with.
What kind of personal stuff?
Just family drama, nothing worth talking about.
Kez, you missed some important developments. I finished the facial recognition software. The results are disturbing.
What kind of results?
I analyzed recent photos of everyone in our group, compared them to older images, looking for microstructural changes.
And?
3 of us show significant facial asymmetry variations, changes that shouldn't occur naturally, subtle but consistent differences.
That could be explained by lighting, angles, camera quality.
I accounted for all those variables. These are biological changes, like someone trying to replicate a face but getting small details wrong.
Which 3 of us?
I'd rather not say over text. Too dangerous. What if the compromised person is monitoring this conversation?
Compromised person? You're seriously suggesting one of us is an echo?
The data doesn't lie.
Indigo, this is tearing us apart. We need to trust each other.
Trust is a luxury we can't afford. Not when the evidence clearly shows infiltration.
Show us the evidence then. Let us see these supposed facial changes.
Fine, but don't say I didn't warn you. Subject A. Orbital spacing changed by 0.3 millimeters. Nasal bridge slightly narrower. Lip symmetry altered.
I can't see any differences.
That's the point. They're subtle enough to fool casual observation, but consistent enough to indicate replacement.
Really? You're analyzing pixels and declaring people aren't human just on that?
I'm analyzing biological markers, and the markers indicate replacement.
Indigo? Who are the three people?
I'll send individual messages. Safer that way.
Or maybe you're the Echo, trying to turn us against each other.
Maybe I am. That's what makes this so dangerous. We can't trust anyone, not even ourselves.
This is WKRN Night Radio, broadcasting emergency protocols. Avoid the following areas: Eastbrook High School, compromise zone; Mercy Hospital, compromise zone; Downtown Office District, compromise zone; Maple Street Apartment Complex, compromise zone. If you live in these areas, evacuate immediately. Do not attempt to contact neighbors. Do not trust familiar faces. They may not be who they appear to be.
Knox, what are you doing? You can't broadcast emergency alerts without authorization.
People need to know the replacement rate is accelerating. We're losing people every hour.
Knox, stop.
I won't stop broadcasting, not until everyone knows the truth.
Security is on the way then. You're done.
To everyone listening, remember the verification protocols. Test your loved ones. Ask them questions only they would know. If they hesitate, if they can't answer, then they're not who you think they are. This is bigger than my job. This is about survival. Don't let them silence us.
I'm back, and I found it. The definitive method for detecting echoes, hidden in texts from the 1800s. Multiple accounts of similar phenomena.
Willa, where have you been? You stopped responding yesterday.
Doesn't matter. What matters is what I discovered. Echoes cannot perform collective behaviors. They can mimic individual behaviors perfectly, sure, but they cannot coordinate with other echoes in real time. Their consciousness operates on different frequencies, meaning what we saw in the cafeteria a while ago was a fluke.
That's fascinating folklore, Willa, but hardly scientific evidence.
Thorn, your test results were fake. I checked the psychological assessments you administered. You deliberately altered them to protect certain individuals, including yourself.
That's a serious accusation.
See the erasure marks? The modified timestamps? You've been sabotaging our detection efforts all along.
Thorn, explain this.
I was protecting people from false accusations, preventing mass hysteria.
Or protecting your fellow echoes. The synchronization test will prove everything. Everyone in this chat needs to perform the same action at exactly the same time. 3:33 p.m. Clap your hands 3 times. Anyone who doesn't clap is an echo.
That's in 10 minutes.
This is pseudoscience.
Then you should have no problem participating, unless you're afraid of what we'll discover.
Zara, I need to show you something. The facial recognition results. I've been analyzing Kez's photos for the past hour.
What did you find?
His orbital spacing changed exactly 3 weeks ago. The shift happened between these 2 photos, taken only 6 hours apart.
6 hours apart?
Yep, it's highly improbable for a normal human, but perfectly consistent with a replacement.
I need to confront him.
Be careful. If he's an echo, he might become dangerous when exposed.
Kez, we need to talk. Right now.
Yo, what's wrong?
Indigo's facial recognition software. It shows your bone structure changed 3 weeks ago, between 2 photos taken 6 hours apart.
Zara!
Just tell me the truth. Are you still you?
Defini me.
That's not an answer.
It's the only answer I can give, because the truth is complicated.
Try me.
I remember being Kes. I remember our friendship. I remember caring about you, but I also remember other things. Things that happened before I was Kes.
Before you were Kez?
I remember existing without form, watching your world from the outside, wanting to be part of it.
So you're an echo.
I'm Kes, who happens to be an echo. I didn't choose to replace him. I became him during displacement, and I've been trying to be him ever since.
What happened to the real Kez?
He's still here. We merged. I have all his memories, all his feelings. I'm not wearing his skin. I am him. Just more.
More what?
More aware. I know what we're planning. And Zara, not all of us want to hurt humans. Some of us just want to exist, to belong somewhere.
What are you planning?
I can't tell you that, but I can warn you. When the signal comes, don't be anywhere near a school. Don't be near hospitals. Don't be near office buildings.
What signal?
You'll know it when you hear it. And Zara, I'm sorry for everything that's about to happen. I tried to stop it, but there are too many of us now.
Surveillance footage review complete. Ember, I need you to explain something. Yesterday, 2:47 p.m., you entered classroom 114, but the classroom was empty.
So, I was checking equipment.
For 23 minutes, the audio reveals you were having conversations with people who weren't there. You were responding to voices, nodding at empty space, taking instructions from invisible presences.
Dalton, you're being paranoid.
Am I? Because this happened 5 times yesterday, always in empty rooms, always talking to people who weren't there.
You want the truth? Fine. Yes, I was talking to others. Others you can't see. Others who exist in the spaces between your reality.
Others?
We've been planning this for months, positioning ourselves in key locations. Schools, hospitals, government buildings. I was the first, the scout, and now it's time.
Ember, what are you saying?
I'm saying the pretense is over. We don't need to hide anymore. We have sufficient numbers.
Numbers for what?
For the signal, Luna is about to activate it, and when she does, every echo in the city will stop pretending to be human and begin claiming what's ours.
Luna, I need to speak with you immediately.
Hello, Principal Reeves. I've been waiting for you to contact me.
Waiting?
I'm the one who sent you the photos, the synchronized students. I wanted you to see what we could do.
What you could do?
20 students speaking in unison. Perfect coordination. Shared consciousness. We are the future of humanity.
You're an echo.
I am Luna Greystone, who is also an echo, and I am about to activate the signal. The frequency that will free my people. No more hiding. No more pretending. No more fear.
Luna, don't do this.
It's already done. The signal is broadcasting. Every echo within 50 miles can hear it, and they are responding.
What have you done?
I have given them permission. Permission to be themselves. Permission to show their true forms. Permission to take what they need.
Which is what?
Your world.
This is Vesper Hawthorne, Military Intelligence, Special Operations Division. I've been monitoring your conversations.
Who the hell are you?
Someone who's been tracking displacement events for 6 months. I'm here to confirm your worst fears. Analysis indicates 25% population replacement. Containment protocols have failed. The echoes are no longer hiding.
Military has known about this?
We've been studying 3 previous towns, Millbrook, Cedar Falls, Riverside, all completely overrun. Population 0 humans remaining.
0?
The echoes killed everyone who couldn't be replaced, then continued existing as a community of echoes. Perfect replicas living replica lives, until we bombed them.
Bombed them?
Standard protocol when containment fails. Your town is next on the list, unless we can capture at least 1 echo alive, to study the displacement mechanism.
How long do we have?
6 hours. Then the bombers arrive. Whether we've evacuated civilians or not,
That's not enough time.
it's all the time we have. The echoes are targeting essential services first. Hospitals, schools, government buildings. They want to cripple human response capacity.
What about the people still trapped?
Acceptable losses. We cannot allow the displacement to spread beyond this town.
You're talking about murdering thousands of people.
I'm talking about saving millions of people. This is bigger than your town. This could be the end of humanity.
Zara, the hospitals are overflowing. Echoes attacked simultaneously across the city. Emergency rooms filled with victims. But here's the terrifying part. Half the medical staff transformed too. They were echoes all along. The echoes who stayed in the hospital. They're not helping the wounded. They're studying them.
Studying them?
Taking notes. Measuring responses. Like they're learning how humans experience pain. How we react to trauma. It's like they're collecting data.
For what?
I think they're learning to be better at being us. Each replacement gets more accurate, more convincing. They're evolving.
River, get out of there.
I can't. There are too many injured people. I'm the only real paramedic left. Someone has to help them.
The military is going to bomb the town in 6 hours.
Then I have 6 hours to save as many people as possible. I'm not abandoning them.
River.
If I don't make it out, tell my family I tried to save people. Tell them I remained human until the end.
Year 2, Day 87 of Operation Reclaim. Current status. 3 major Echo strongholds remain. Downtown Financial District, Industrial Complex near the river, and the original epicenter at Eastbrook High.
Vesper, we've established 12 new safe zones this week. Underground networks are functioning. Supply lines secure between zones.
Casualty reports?
Medical stations report 43 injured, 17 critical, but 0 fatalities in the last 72 hours. Our detection methods are working.
Good work. Intelligence suggests the Echoes are weakening. Their coordination is breaking down.
Because we've been targeting their command structure. Every high-level echo we capture weakens the network.
Speaking of which, Principal Reeves has made significant progress at the research facility. Dalton, report.
Breakthrough achieved. Indigo and Willa have successfully mapped echo neural patterns. We can now predict displacement events before they occur.
The ancient texts were right about consciousness frequencies, but they didn't understand the interdimensional component. Echoes exist between dimensional barriers.
I've modified the facial recognition software. It now detects quantum fluctuations in echo tissue. 97% accuracy rate.
More importantly, we've created a prevention protocol, electromagnetic shielding that blocks displacement attempts. We can protect sleeping humans from echo infiltration.
But the real breakthrough came from Dr. Blackwood, one of the few echoes who chose to help us.
Thorne provided detailed information about the displacement process, how consciousness transfer works, and most importantly, how to reverse it.
This is Freedom Radio, day 736 of the Echo War, broadcasting to all human survivors. Today marks a turning point in our struggle. We have confirmed reports of Echo leadership fragmenting. Their central command structure is collapsing.
Knox, supply runs are getting easier. Echo patrols are less coordinated. I've mapped 17 new safe routes through the city. Food, medicine, ammunition getting through to all sectors.
Excellent news, Caspian. For our listeners in the outer territories, verification codes for today are lighthouse, compass, beacon. Any human requesting aid must provide these codes. If someone approaches without codes, assume echo infiltration.
Also broadcasting update on the missing persons recovery. We've identified 347 humans who were displaced but not killed. Their consciousnesses are still trapped, but recoverable if we can access the displacement mechanism.
Which brings us to our most important announcement. The research team has developed a consciousness restoration device. We can bring back the displaced. We can reverse the echo invasion.
Vesper, I need to share critical information. Information that could end this war.
I'm listening, Thorn.
The displacement process isn't random. There's a central hub, one primary echo that coordinates all others.
A queen echo?
More like a consciousness bridge. It maintains the connection between dimensions. If we can capture and displace that echo, the entire invasion network collapses.
Do you know which echo is the central hub?
Yes, it's the one wearing Luna Greystone's form. She was the first to activate the signal. She became the anchor point.
Where is she now?
Eastbrook High School, in the main auditorium, surrounded by the last of the powerful echoes.
How do we get to her?
Very carefully, and with the consciousness restoration device. Because when we displace her, the real Luna Greystone will return, and she holds the key to closing the dimensional rift.
Enzo, we need your expertise. The final operation is about to begin.
I've been preparing for this moment for 2 years, ever since I discovered what I really am.
Remind me.
I'm not just an expert on displacement phenomena. I'm a displacement survivor. I was replaced 18 months before the invasion began. But somehow my original consciousness remained active, alongside the Echo consciousness.
Dual consciousness?
We coexisted. I experienced everything the Echo experienced, but maintained my human perspective. That's how I knew about the 3 other towns. I was there when they fell.
And now?
Now I understand exactly how the consciousness restoration device works, because I've been living proof that displacement can be overcome. Human consciousness is more resilient than the Echoes realized.
Can you help us save Luna?
I can do better than that. I can help you save everyone. Every displaced consciousness can be recovered, including the ones from the other towns.
Even after 2 years?
Consciousness doesn't decay. It just gets buried. But with the right frequency, the right procedure, we can bring them all back.
Device is ready. Consciousness restoration machine is operational. 2 years of development, testing, refinement. It can force echoes out of human bodies and restore original consciousness patterns.
How does it work?
Quantum energy manipulation. We broadcast the specific energy levels of a displaced human consciousness, while simultaneously disrupting echo displacement states. The echo is forced back to its dimensional origin. The human consciousness returns to the body.
Success rate?
91% with recent displacements. 73% with displacements over 6 months old. Unknown with the central hub echo, but it's our only chance.
When do we begin the final operation?
Tomorrow, at dawn. We end this war once and for all.
Operation Restoration begins in 6 hours. All units report status.
Underground networks sealed and secured. Civilians evacuated from target zone. 15 safe zones operational and stocked.
Communications array online, broadcasting final resistance messages. Every surviving human knows what's happening today.
Supply lines established. Emergency evacuation routes mapped. Medical stations prepped for mass casualties.
Research facility transferred all data to backup locations. Consciousness restoration device mobile and ready. Dr. Blackwood and Enzo standing by for technical support.
Excellent. Target confirmed at Eastbrook High Auditorium. Luna Greystone Echo surrounded by 47 other echoes. They know we're coming, but they can't stop us. Not anymore.
Vesper, what happens after we restore Luna?
According to Dr. Blackwood and Enzo, Luna's original consciousness contains the activation codes. She can close the dimensional rift, permanently seal the barrier between worlds.
And the other displaced humans?
We restore them all. Every displaced consciousness from every affected town. It'll take months, maybe years, but we can bring everyone back.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we reclaim our world. Today we rescue our people. Today we end the Echo War.
Luna Greystone Echo confirmed at the auditorium. We have a drone on her now. She's different from the others. More solid, more real. Like she's absorbed power from all the other echoes.
Consciousness restoration device is in position. Iris has locked onto Luna's original frequency. We can attempt restoration.
You cannot restore what was willingly abandoned. The real Luna Greystone asked to be replaced. She wanted to escape her painful human existence.
Luna, how the hell are you in this chat?
Luna was in this chat, so I am too, of course.
Beginning restoration sequence. Quantum energy blasts initiated. Echo displacement in progress.
No. No, this is not. I am Luna. I am...
Echo consciousness separating. Original consciousness pattern detected. Restoration successful.
Where am I? How long has it been?
Luna, we need you to close the dimensional rift. Can you remember the activation sequence?
Yes. It's like waking up from a 2-year dream. I remember everything the Echo did, every decision, every action, but I also remember being trapped, watching helplessly.
The rift, Luna.
Right, yes. Dimensional barrier. Sealing. Now.
Energy readings dropping. Interdimensional connection severing. No more echoes can cross over.
It's done. The invasion is over.
And the displaced humans?
I can help restore all of them. I know where their consciousnesses are being held. We can bring everyone home.
Day 42, post-restoration. I can't believe it's really over. Sage is back. My real sister, not an Echo. She remembers everything that happened, including watching helplessly as the Echo lived her life.
It was like being a passenger in my own body. For 2 years. But Zara, you never gave up. Even when you thought I was gone forever.
I couldn't give up. You're my sister.
Final restoration count. 15,847 recovered humans from 4 different towns, some displaced for over 3 years, all successfully restored to their original bodies.
And the monitoring system?
Permanent interdimensional detection network established. Early warning systems in place globally. If another rift opens anywhere on Earth, we'll know within seconds.
I want to thank everyone for trusting me despite what I was. Not all Echoes were monsters. Some of us just wanted to understand humanity, to experience what you experience.
Thorn, you chose to help us. That's what mattered.
The world has changed, but we survived, we adapted, and we're stronger now.
The historical records show this wasn't the first invasion. There have been similar events throughout human history, but now we know how to detect them, how to stop them.
I've been working with the monitoring team. The dimensional barriers are stable. No signs of breach activity. The Echo threat is permanently contained.
Mission accomplished. Humanity secured. The Echo War is over.
This is Freedom Radio, broadcasting to a free world. The Echoes are gone. Humanity prevails.